Good evening, Carol and John shoppers. It is warm in here, not out there. I hope everybody is snug and not watching this on their phone, stuck in a bus stop, locked out of their house or something. On ER the other day, some lady's kid swallowed her key, and she got stuck out in a snowstorm, and she froze to death. I started watching ER recently. I'm going to make a reference every time now. Thank you for joining us. John Cheers here. He's the one I was talking to off camera. Andrew's back, feeling a little better. That's cool. At least we think it's Andrew. She might be an imposter, but we'll find that out when the mask comes on.
Close.
Yeah, we had kind of a low energy day here at the comic shop. I'm not going to lie. It's a big comic week. But these guys got done processing it early, and I did vacuum and do dishes to kill time. It's true. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. That Hulk statue Kyle showed you, I'm going to kill time also because we don't have any first appearances. This Hulk statue is one of the McFarlane 1/6 scale statues that we're going to start getting back in. And they're freaking awesome. We had the claws popped Wolverine like Hulk reflection one last week, and it sold where we put it out, and it sold in like literally 8 minutes. It was like out of the box on the counter. Holy hoot, that's cool. Bought. So we ordered a couple more of those. If you want to check out the McFarlane ones online, we're gonna keep getting them in because they're beautiful quality. Not a lot going on as far as upcoming events. We do have a late night comics coming in February, but I guess I'll warn everybody now, it's going to be the 4th week in February, not the 3rd week. We will continually remind you of that. But John, and I are going to go to our retailer meeting and in the 3rd week of February, so we won't be here that Thursday, but more to update then. It's a great time to be in the shop because we are a little like slow weather-wise, so we have been discounting a bunch of stuff. Like we were clearing off some space on the graphic novel wall. There's a lot of room on there now. We've discounted a lot of books. John Shear's been, everybody's been trucking through back issues. So there's a lot of those going out, a lot of dollar stock going out after the purge. We can kind of like refine that. So there'll be different boxes there. Worth checking out if you feel like braving the weather, you're on this end of town. We've got new stuff to dig through.
Yeah.
For sure. Like for sure. No first appearances this week, but I wanted to give you all a primer of like the best panel of comic books, maybe possible first appearance no one caught yet. Get in on there. There's a possible first appearance of Cowboy Ultron. It is not explained. I'm going to reiterate, inexplicable, but we'll get to it. It's in Wolverine Revenge number 4. Don't worry, that's my copy. I didn't screw up anybody else's copy. But to start out at the bottom of the table, I'm pretty stoked about these reprinted graphic novels from Image. If you've never read Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips' Criminal, they are going to reprint all 7 of the trade paperbacks. There's a lot of ancillary stories and stuff, too, that are still available. But Volume 1, Volume 2, fantastic crime read. Probably the best in recent, well, maybe not recent history, in starting the modern era of comic book crime writing. These are the guys.
Yes.
In the past couple of years, we've had some real contenders, but stories that I can tell were all influenced from something here. Real down to earth, real character driven crime. One new number 1 from Image this week is Patchwork Girl of Oz. It is an adaptation, and it's starting off a little miniseries. I think it was supposed to be 5 or 6 issues, but I forgot. Look at previews. We got a little bit of Spawn stuff going on. Oh, I should probably switch it around. Deadly Tales of Gunslinger Spawn. So we're going back to the origin of the Gunslinger Spawn is on issue number 2. Savage Dragons on 275. So it's a milestone issue, and it was the first thing you read this week, right?
It really was. Yeah.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
Oh, I was trying to joke.
No.
Rat City from Spawnverse is on number 10, and King Spawn's on number 41. Creepshow, we're not at the end yet, right? Oh, yeah. This is the last issue of the 3rd miniseries. But, I mean, if they're...
Don't worry, there's more coming.
Yeah, if their other pace was any indication, then we got the Valentine's Day special, and then they're probably going to kick off a 4th volume in the spring, I guess. So we've got an excellent, as always, cover A. Excellent, as always, cover B. Their eyeballs. And then the 1 in 10 variants are so easy to fall in love with for these books. These have all been, like, Sports Illustrated kind of themed gross variants, so... You got new take on Teen Wolf, kind of, right there. It's kind of is it vampire or wolfie?
Oh, yeah, it's vampire.
That's vampire.
Drain that dude. And you can't see him, his reflection.
Oh, I didn't notice that. That's awesome. New G.I. Joe Real American Hero. We're on number 313 this week. Cover A, and Baroness on cover B. So, and then a whole row of Void Rivals. So, Void Rivals is on number 16. I think they're in the middle of a story arc right now. I'm interested, but I'm 2 issues behind. There's cover A. Here's cover B. Here's cover C. We've got an excellent 1 in 25 variant for $8 and a 1 in 50 variant for 15. Hyde Street from Ghost Machine imprint and image is on issue number 3. We just got restocked on 1s and 2s too, so if you're down, and it's a Christmas issue, which is great because I loved all of the Christmas horror this year or this past year, and we got plenty of it, and I read it all, and then I wanted more, and I was like, oh, well, I gotta wait till next year. No, I don't. Hyde Street number 3.
Until next year, because it's January now.
You're that guy. You're the guy in the room.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
There is your cover A. Here's, sorry, let me get under there. Cover B. Oh, now I get what's going on. And then World Tree's back since like the end of September last year when issue 11 came out. Now we're on issue 12. There's cover A. There's cover B. There's cover C. And one reprint, single issue reprint from Marvel this week. In case you missed it, West Coast Avengers number 1. That's a second printing cover, but we do have first prints if you're just interested in grabbing an early edition of the book. Now let's just go right here. This is a big stack, and for a reason. This is Doctor Doom, The Books of Doom. It's it's a mini series of 6 issues. Came out early 2000s, mid 2000s. It is the absolutely definitive modern origin of Doctor Doom. To the point where there's a lot of Doom stuff at the top of the table. To the point where that new Doom stuff, where he's Sorcerer Supreme, he's taking over the world, references this.
Yes.
That's awesome. I read it yesterday and today after it came in. It was all today because I was bored. But it is 6 issues. It has nothing to do with the Fantastic Four whatsoever, which is fantastic. It is a very, very purely Doom story. You can see his ego building. You can see where the mania kind of comes from. Gets a little bit of family history, but like really just launches into his conquest, which is great because after I read this, I was reading the new Doom stuff, and that's what this is all about. He wants to take over the world. But it starts here. $20 for the 6-issue paperback.
And Brubaker wrote it.
Oh, yeah, and Brubaker wrote it. So we have a double dose of Brubaker with Criminal in Fantastic Real Life Crime, and then Dr. Doom in Fantastical World Takeover.
Yes.
But yeah, great. One of our most recommended. It's one of those Marvel gems that like we always try and celebrate it extra when they put something back in print that hasn't been in print or available for a while. So next wave. So Books of Doom is one of those. Hopefully next wave is one that will come later. On the rest of the Marvel collected edition side, you got Daredevil, Man Without Fear. This is volume 2. New printing of that omnibus, volume 2. Epic collection from Marvel's Iron Man, Stark Wars. It's a new printing of that too. We got volume 2 of Jerry Dugan's Savage Avengers, which is fantastic because we love that book and its carnage. And then Spider-Gwen, Ghost Spider is the current ongoing series for Spider-Gwen, and that's volume 1 in paperback. But just come and get Books of Doom. Alien, Black, White, and Blood. Loving these treasury editions. This one has a white text on black spine instead of vice versa. So we've got fantastic oversized alien stuff there. And then new stuff from Marvel. First of 2 red bands. So the first one is Blade Red Band. They're on issue number 4 of 5. Penultimate issue. And these are actually we have one cover. And we actually ordered the cover B instead of the cover A. But it's way cooler, even though we couldn't really see it on the image online because of the red band, which I guess is the point. But Blade is absolutely offering you a heart directly. It's almost a Valentine's Day cover.
Oh, it is.
Star Wars is finishing up their intermittent run of miniseries. So we've got Star Wars Battle of Jakku, Last Stand, number 4 of 4, or part 12 of 12 for this large Jakku saga. You can tell it's an end of a Star Wars story because the biggest ship is blowing up. That is true. It felt like just like one of those asshole movie details that someone shares with you, and you're like, I don't know what to do with that. There's your cover B. Here's your cover C. Ultimate Spider-Man is the new Ultimate book this week. They're in issue number 13. A bunch of Savage Land action, and Kraven is absolutely as unhinged as he looks on that cover. Or the next cover. This is cover A. Here's your cover B. It is Spiffy Shiny and unhinged times 2. And then a 1 in 25 variant for $15. I cannot remember. I reminded myself the artist, and I can't remember. Greg Land did it. It was an easy name. Iron Man is on issue number 4. There's cover A, cover B. I'm not remembering any artists.
Oh, that's
today.
Derek too.
Oh, that's Derek too. Thank you. And then look, a new Scarlet Witch issuing her own ongoing series. So that's issue number 8. There's your cover A. Cover B is the Fantastic Four homage variant. Phoenix is on issue 7 of the ongoing. That looks like it hurts. There's cover A. Cover B is your homage cover with the Fantastic Four. Cover C is your Sif cover. And then the 1 in 50 variant is an all art variant of the Sif cover. Wolverine Revenge is our second and last red band of the week. It is issue number 4.
Penultimate.
Yeah. Penultimate. There is one inexplicable issue left. I did get to read the red band version a little bit, and the main fight in it is severely enhanced by the gore. I will say that.
Yep.
Did you get a chance to read that one?
No.
You didn't?
I did.
The gore is awesome.
Yes.
The gore is awesome. Well worth it. How was Blades?
I didn't get a chance.
Have you crack it yet? All right. There's your cover A with the red smoke, and then the red band edition has a 1 in 25 variant for $25. They're the old horror homage variants, so even Deadpool breaking a little bit of fourth wall. And then Wolverine Revenge number 4 is the book that features Cowboy Ultron. So I wonder what that looks like in red band. I didn't really go back and check. But this is the regular Wolverine Revenge, also worth it just for the Capullo artwork, even though the writing and completeness of this book is confusing as of now. But one more issue, right?
One more issue.
We'll see. Cover A, cover B is phenomenal after the fight in the book. And then a 1 in 25 variant for $25. It's a trend. Well, that one's Otley.
Yep.
That's one you pointed out earlier. He said Omega Red looked like Tombstone with a wig on.
Oh, well,
A little bit wig and a headband. We got more Wolverine-ish stuff. Helverine number 2. There's your cover A. I love that cover B.
That cover B is
That
so
cover
good.
B is good. And then a 1 in 25 variant for $15. This is a big number, one shot for X-Men. What's it called? What's the digital imprint called?
Infinity Comics.
Okay, Marvel Infinity Comics is like your digital stuff. They put up really good stories that kind of fit in between story arcs for big stuff. So Xavier Seeker was one of those for X-Men. This actually takes place before the Phoenix ongoing series. So if that tells you anything, they're on issue number 7. So she's before leaving Earth. It's a pretty weird little Cyclops Phoenix story, and then you find out kind of what we already knew about Professor X and like the big secret of that he was keeping from the time of them leaving Krakoa and how he seemingly really screwed up, like with a meat grinder of human beings. I'm just gonna say it. That's what he did. So he meat ground human beings, which sucks, but it's not all what it seems.
He's got a secret.
The secret. Yeah. I think so. It's 2 stories in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's your cover. That was your cover A, that big stack. There's your cover B. Look at him. Maniacal. And then a 1 in 25 variant for $15 where I feel like I'm being seduced. It's true. Cyclops has that way about him. Issue number 66 of Amazing Spider-Man. Why do you look like you're chomping at the bit?
Because this is one, if you took our advice and read the 65-point deaths, this one picks up right after that with the same melancholy of that issue, but what makes it worth it is the bad guy from the issue 65 is still like talking to Doctor Strange going, why is Peter Parker tasking me so much? And it's great. So yeah, he's still in a melancholy mood because he just saw 3 million deaths and can't do anything about it. But the bad guy is like, Doctor Strange saw like 100,000 deaths and Peter Parker saw 3 million. Why? How? Like, it's great.
I truly wish that cover A is what my life looked like when it was melancholy.
Well, yeah.
I wish my melancholy involved just even a little bit of side boob.
Well, yeah.
Just like an accident. I don't even have to be involved. Cover A, everybody. Cover B is your Scotty Young 8 deaths variant.
So good.
Cover C is your Fantastic Four homage variant. Cover D is a wonderful Carrie Andrews variant. Go ahead and zoom in on the important part. The furrowed brow of J. Jonah Jameson, everybody. Perfectly drawn. Look at that flat top. Lines up so well. Carrie Andrews killed it again. We don't understand Spider-Man's feet. And then a 1 in 25 variant for $10. Next row, we got Kid Venom. They're in issue number 4 of that miniseries, and a really cool homage cover B. That's for the Donny Cates Venom number 1, but they put Kid Venom on it. And then another what if. What if Galactus transformed Rogue into a Herald? It has all the yalls and dropped vowels in it you could ever want from Rogue blasting off into space.
Sugar in space.
Oh, a lot of sugar in space. Thank you. There's cover A. Here's cover B. Here is cover C. Your homage, sci-fi homage. We'll show you the homage. There it is. Tales to Astonish. Beautiful.
Zoidberg.
It does. And then 1 in 10 design variant for $8. Herald design. Uncanny X-Men's on issue number 9. I was stoked about this issue, even though I'm not keeping up really regularly with X-Men, because I know those are Wolfpack things, but they remind me of Predator X's from back in the day, and those things were real hard. I like those. So, and they always hunted in threes.
Oh yeah.
That was my HeroClix team. There's your cover A. Your cover B is the Fantastic Four homage, and then by Mike Mayhew, it is an all art 1 in 50 variant for Nightcrawler for $15. Mystique's on issue 405 of the miniseries, so that's a penultimate issue. That's our only cover. That's cover A. TVA's on number 2. This was listed as a possible first appearance, but we all felt like we saw the character of Doc Clock in the past, so we didn't include it. But there's your cover A. I love this cover B.
It's a good cover.
It's
B.
such a fun little cover B. And then an important top of the table. So I mentioned Dr. Doom earlier. We will be talking a lot about Dr. Doom in the next couple months. There is a new miniseries coming out where he does attempt that world takeover, and there's going to be a few crossover books called One World Under Doom. If you would like that, let us know now, because our orders are pending, but coming up soon for that one. Check out the variants. Let us know. But Fantastic Four number 28 is a direct lead into that. This is where Doom has now declared, I want to take over the world. That is why I'm very confident saying it. It's a wonderful Fantastic Four issue. So you got a Sue Reed kind of like go back to the past, try and figure out what's going on with Doom kind of thing. But it's a Doom issue. He's got a handle on it. It's wonderful to see what he's doing with all his new stuff. So this is a good start. This is a good place to go.
Yep.
Glad we got a few extra too, which is kind of nice. Also a little bit of Black Knight, but not a lot.
Yeah.
There's your cover A. Here's your cover B. And then another Doom one shot. This is the cover of the week for sure. I'll let you show all the things you noticed in there. Yeah, it's a hand grenade with legs. Dr. Doom and Rocket Raccoon are teaming up. This is an absolute partnership of a one shot. It is delightful to see their interactions and not see them just like forcibly mad at each other and have to do something. They actually get together and want to work on something. They have this like weirdly aligned goal. And it's kind of in the sake of discovery, which is something it's a theme you don't really catch in comics often. Normally they jump to conflict. In this one, it's not a super conflicted issue, and it's whimsical and it works. Like, it's a fun read to see what adventure they're trying to go on and like see how they figure that out. So I fully applaud this. Editorially, it is the first in a series of 6 one-shots where Marvel wants to team up, normally unteam-upable characters. Like the next one is Nick Fury and Fin Fang Foom. So after this, I'm pretty stoked. It is also written by J. Michael Straczynski, so comic book royalty. Yeah, he's got a lot under his belt. So super well written, super great one shot. It's great. There's nothing bad to say about it. Fantastic cover A. Here's your cover B. This is a lot of what I don't know who the team ups are exactly, but these are the guys who are going to be interacting in these one shots. So I'm stoked about it, now that I'm realizing that. Who's Doc Ock going with? Volstagg? Oh, it's Cap and Volstagg.
Cap and Volstagg.
Who's Doc Ock? Doc Ock and the Hulk?
Maybe.
That'd be kind of sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. Great cover B. There's your cover C. And then a 1 in 25 variant for $20.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, it's super cool. So I'm doomed out.
Yeah. Now we get to talk about Absolute Wonder Woman. So, Absolute Wonder Woman number 4.
I've not read it yet, for the record. So if you say something weird.
Okay, so all I'll say is, how about this? What I'll say is, that sword, she uses it.
Oh,
And in
that sounds like a promise.
in the best way possible. It is fantastic.
Oh, I forgot to reveal to you what I didn't want to tell you before we got to do the camera thing. They started doing an homage code authority.
Oh, that's great.
As a stamp on there. So on your
Very
homage
nice.
books. Sorry, I totally forgot about
Yeah,
that. Cool.
no,
I'm
that's
excited.
cool. So yeah, fantastic, great read. We've got reprints of 1 and 2 we'll get to, but yeah, it's every bit as good as the first 3 issues. I can't wait for everybody to read it so we can all gush about it. It's great. There's your cover A. There's your cover B. There's your cover C. We got a $10 1 in 25 variant, and then a $20 1 in 50 variant, the all art variants. Next up, Justice League Unlimited, issue number 3. The bad guys have made a big move in this, and Plastic Man, Swamp Thing, like everybody, like all the ancillary characters that you want are all like included in this. It's wonderful. It's great. Everything. It's a great Justice League book. So there's your cover A. Then we got an $8 1 in 25 variant, and we have a $15 1 in 50 variant. $15. It's got monkey prints on it. Can't beat it. Detective.
We're big fans of monkey prints around here.
Is on 1093. Tom Taylor is still knocking out of the park on Detective Comics. Like, he just shifted wonderfully from Nightwing to Detective Comics, and it's great. So there's your cover A, your $10 125 variant for that one there. Black Canary, Best of the Best. Brutal cover, but so good. Still fighting. Batman shows up in this issue. Not a spoiler, but it's great. And I'll keep saying that for... No, I think that might be it for the greatness of DC. A lot of good stuff after that, but
The whole run.
This is great.
Oh,
yeah.
you're talking DC in
Yeah.
general.
So there's your cover A. There's your cover B. Your $10 1 in 25 variant with Lady Shiva there. Green Arrow's on issue number 20. It is part 3 of the new era of Green Arrow, and it is dark. Like, I did not realize how dark the new era of Green Arrow is, especially since the first, like, batch of Green Arrow was so much more light. This one is much more akin to, like, a dark Daredevil, and it's, like, all the better for it. Flash, issue 17. I mean, we've all been clamoring for Warlord to come back, and he is in this issue as a full-on team-up. So there you go. Superman, issue 22. This one's a lot of fun because it's all these guys who want to kill Doomsday, and that's pretty much it. And Superwoman, Lois, is out there, and she gets to talk to Doomsday while all this is going on. So some good stuff. There's your regular cover, your $8 1 in 25 variant. Catwoman's on issue number 72. Still a good murder mystery. Still going strong with her history and everything like that. Good story. There's your cover A. Your cover B. Your $15 1 in 25 variant for that one there. Metamorpho with a wonderful rock and roll cover. Cover A. We've got that. Power Girl's on issue 17. She has a new costume. Yay, new costume. And that's all we're going to say about that.
It's a different kind of window.
Yeah, it is. Yay.
It's a window shade variant.
Yay. DC Horror presents, co-written, one of the stories co-written by Patton Oswalt. Yay, Patton Oswalt. But also just great, crazy horror stories. Gotta love those cover A's. But cover B is also a lot of fun too. And then Harley Quinn on issue number 47. There's your cover A. We got David Nakayama cover B. And yes, it is all Clayface, Harley versus Clayface on the inside there.
Is there mud wrestling?
What's that?
Is there mud wrestling?
You wish there were. I honestly, no. It is a failed opportunity. You are correct.
I mean,
so yeah.
Yeah.
It is,
Like, if there's not.
yeah. Little Batman is on issue number 3 with a fantastic homage cover. Gonna go collections. DC's finest Green Arrow Longbow Hunters. If you ever wondered what Carol's favorite comic was, it is this. It is the Longbow Hunters 3-issue miniseries. It is Green Arrow 1 through 8. It's got the Question crossovers. It's got the Detective Annual crossover. Everything in this book. This is what Carol loves. This is the Green Arrow that she absolutely would. If she were here, she'd be like, we should have ordered 10 of these. I would hand sell them, like, no doubt about it.
We don't often get a Carol pick of the week.
We do not.
Yeah, so this is definitely a Carol pick of the week. This is the first book she handed me.
Yeah. Green Lantern War Journals on volume 2 of 2. The Philip Kennedy Johnson Green Lantern stuff. And then we get into second prints or multiple prints, whatever it is. But Absolute Wonder Woman, number 2. Absolute Wonder Woman #1. Get them both. They're fantastic. And what do we got? We got Absolute Wonder Woman #3 and 4. Get them all. They're fantastic. If you missed out the first time, get them now. They're great. I absolutely love this series. It is everything you want from a Wonder Woman series. It's everything you want from a comic book series. The heart, the heroism, everything perfect. Artwork's fantastic. Writing is on point. So good. Absolute Wonder Woman #2. There's your cover A. Guillaume March cover B. I could say Spiffy Shiny foil variant for cover C. Issue #1, there's cover A. There's cover B. And we got a 1 in 25 $20 variant for that one there.
I would say if you shied away from Tom King's current Wonder Woman ongoing run because you felt like it was a little wordy or maybe complicated or deep in it because they're on number 17, this is a perfect place to pick up Wonder Woman if you have not read her in 20 years or ever. And you get the core of the character. I completely agree with John Shear.
So good. We'll go down here for a little bit because DC's Facsimile is another Treasury size edition. It is one of John's favorite things because it's Superman versus Flash. It's the races. It's the first 2 races collected. We have the statue way up there that Ben's pointing to.
There's a bunch of all
And
the
we've got
races are back there.
And honestly, the originals of 2 of those races are back there too. But the reason we have a bunch, this is one of John's favorite things. I mean, he's even dressed up as Superman to race the Flash. So
this is probably the most common conversation I've had casually in the comic shop about who would win. Like, this is the most asked question in a lot of ways in a comic shop.
So yeah, so here you go. Answers inside. So there's your cover A. Spiffy Shiny foil variant for that one there. And then we got a blank cover. Then we got Dark Horse. Black Hammer Spiral City's on issue #3. The Arcbound is on issue #3 as well.
Yep.
Tom Hardy's and Scott Snyder's story. Mark Millar's Magic Order, Volume 5, issue #4. There we go. Tales from the Crypt Archives on Volume #5. Honestly, the best thing, the coolest thing about that, besides the awesome stories, forward by Bruce Campbell.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. So, this one, I don't know. The Revelations in the Wink of an Eye?
Oh man, I looked it up. It's a biopic.
Okay. Biopic by Jeffrey Lewis, $20.
He's writing it about somebody else. I can't remember.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember.
So probably
it looked like
Moore.
Something John would be into when I looked at the synopsis, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's weird and deep cut," and John probably knows everything about it.
There we go. I'm going to pass this on to Andrea because she read it and I have not yet.
Yeah, this is the new Scott Snyder and Jock murder mystery. It's a retired FBI agent. He has a brain tumor that's causing him to lose memories. A very big unsolved case from his past resurfaces, and he's going to try to solve it before his memory is gone. It's a case that's haunted him. It's a very good first issue.
We agreed that we think there's something a lot more going on.
Yeah, he has
hinted at
some blackouts. There's some other things that might be happening that maybe he's already forgotten.
But also that seems too obvious, so it might not be something else going on. It was a good first issue. It was a fun. And Jock's artwork, it's right on par. If you liked White Boat with him doing it, this is a lot.
So there's cover A. There's the censored cover B. B is for butt. There's cover C.
By Marcos Martin.
Wouldn't it be funny if someone comes to buy that and just pulls the post-it off and there's a demon coming out, some kind of weird, some Black Phillip goat thing?
Nobody wants that. We got a weird manga book, Shadows of Kyoto, Volume 1 though, so you can get started with that. Masters of the Universe Revolution, we've got the full collection of that there. Joy Operations Volume 2 by Bendis, we've got the full collection there. Star Wars High Republic Adventures Volume 2 as well. And then Minor Arcana from Jeff Lemire's on issue #5. Space Ghosts on issue #9. And then Epitaphs from the Abyss, we love our EC new horror books,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
I love both these covers. Here's your cover A. There's your cover B. Oh, it's so good.
Andrea the Lucky Sod got the 1 in 20 black and white of that.
Oh.
It looks awesome.
It's good.
It looks awesome.
So, and then your cover C, which I think was a 1 in 10, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're homages. We
so,
just
yeah,
doing a cover.
there you
price.
Gotcha Man's on issue number 6. There's your cover A.
New story arc, I think.
Cool.
Interesting.
And cover B.
Oh, you can see inside.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
My Life as a Cat is on volume number 8, but
Did you
some of
flip
the
through
coolest
this?
stuff I have not yet.
Dude,
I'm
you have
so
to flip through
excited.
this.
I'm so excited. It's great. Godzilla's Monsterpiece Theaters on issue number, what is it, 3?
Yeah.
Yep. So there's your cover A with all the monsters.
So it's Universal Monsters vs. Godzilla.
Ah.
Like, basically, that's what's happening.
Can't wait. There's your cover B, which is just as cool. But your 1 in 10,
my
$8,
God, so
$8 1 in 10 is so good. Look at that Dracula.
I want to talk about this so bad, but it will ruin it so hard for
Oh, yeah. Let's go to TMNT Naruto. After quite a long delay, issue number 2 is finally out.
Long awaited. I'm stoked for this.
Yeah. TMNT's Night Watchers on issue number 5. There's your cover A. And then your 1 in 10, $8 variant. TMNT Nobody, the best of Nobody, is in a one shot. And then Sonic, Best of Shadow, right above that. So you got your one shot for that there. If you watch the movie and want some more Shadow, here you go. Best of My Little Pony is on volume 3. And then we got a couple blueies. Got your Happy Easter and more Easter fun. They're a craft book. So
Double Easter Bluey.
yeah, gotta love it.
Yeah, that's a full table this week.
Yeah.
It really is. I'll find out about that biopic book from John tomorrow. I'm sure I'll get an earful. That is it. Thank you very much for joining us. Please stay home and stay safe unless you're coming out to get your comics, and then go home and get safe again and warm and all those things. If you have a file, your comics will wait. If you need us to hold them for you during some weather, we will do that. Just give us a call. So,
Or stop at Mark's, get some hot chocolate. Have some hot chocolate while reading some comics.
is Mark's where you get hot chocolate?
It is. I just get Swiss Miss.
You don't get hot chocolate anywhere else?
Not usually.
You
It's right
work at
there.
Drug Mart.
You can go to. You make 2 trips. Make 1 trip, 2 places. It's right
Okay,
here.
that's it. You heard him. Stop at Mark's and get your hot chocolate. Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow.